starting any exercise program, always get cleared by a primary care doctor.
Hey there, Jed Coburn is here with the Exercise Physiology Show, brought to you by YGT Fitness at jedcoburnus.com. Who am I? I'm an exercise physiologist, former fat kid, former slightly overweight adult, and just an overall good filter for all the crap out there on the internet. This is episode number 57. I'm excited for it. Nette Littlejohn has an awesome question that she asked me that I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to bring it to the show. And I really appreciate her asking the question. She's doing awesome. She's rocking. Yeah. So her question is about sports drinks. There's one in, specific, but I'm not going to name the name for all that fun stuff. But sports drinks and, what are good resources for, for water other than to drink water. At the end of the day, I'm going to say drink water, but I understand, right? And then, she was asking why, right? She's like, why is this sports drink bad? So, sports drinks, they're good for getting rehydrated and energized. Basically, if you're doing intense, long duration exercise, especially in hot environments, right? So the three key words with that basically are intense, duration, and hot, right? If you're not in those environments, then you don't really need it. But if you are doing exercise, it's more or less just light exercise. And the other instance where you probably wouldn't need it is if you're doing nothing, right? If you live a sedentary lifestyle, you wouldn't need it at all. Basically, at that point, the sports drinks are a waste of money. They straight up are. You don't need them. And then, basically, within your typical workout, water is awesome. Water is perfectly fine. That's what you need. All you need is water. What does sports drink do? Well, some are like, oh, I need the electrolytes. Well, it has sodium and potassium in it. If you're looking for sodium and potassium, salt, throw some salt on a banana and try that, right? Way cheaper. And your body pretty much knows what to do with that. If you're sweating heavily for a long period of time, then I would be concerned about the electrolytes, right? Because then you'll probably have those minerals being lost through your sweat. But if you're not for a long period, and I'm talking like hours, I'm talking hours of sweat, right? I'm not talking like 1 hour. I'm not talking like sweating heavily for a half hour. I'm talking like hours. 8 hours, right, would be a maximum. If it's 4 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours is probably the minimum. But if you're sweating profusely, and if we're get a little graphic, but diarrhea and vomiting, yeah, then you may need something like that, right? You may need to grab something like that. But for the most part, no way, right? If you would drink an entire bottle of Gatorade, then here's the steering wheel. If you drink an entire bottle of Gatorade, you're gonna take in around 56 grams of sugar, right? And holy moly, this is not at all needed for the average exerciser and this person in a sedentary lifestyle. No way. For the most part, this, if you are consuming sports drinks, this situation would be considered bad, right? It's my opinion. What's in Gatorade? Right? Stop. Not. Right? I just said it. But what's in this sports drink? So, sorry. Take that back. I'm just saying, what's in sports drinks? Water. Water's good. Sucralose syrup and glucose, fructose, what have you. Basically, it's sugar, okay? Citric acid is natural, and it provides the tartness, right? Natural, it says natural and artificial flavors, you know, on all of the bottles. What does that even mean? What the crap is that? Natural and artificial? You don't even know, right? You gotta be careful with that. The monopotassium phosphate is potassium, right? This is just an electrolyte. It says ester gum, an emulsifier. Looked it up, right? Emulsifier from wood. That's what it is, made from wood. What does that even mean, right? What does that even mean? Sucralose acetate isobutyrate. Also an emulsifier and used for orange flavor. Basically, it's an artificial flavor, okay? And then yellow 5. Yellow 5 is a coloring that causes problems with asthmatics. And actually, it's being phased out, I should say, like, illegal in some countries around the world. So I'm gonna dare to say that it probably isn't around here in our country, because we allow some pretty stupid stuff to be happening. But the breakdown of it all is just not great, okay? I'm gonna leave this, I'm gonna open it up. That's my question for today for you is, what do you think? Is Gatorade bad for you? Whoa, right? Said it again, my fault. Is sports drinks, sorry, I don't wanna get sued, whatever, right? I'm not saying any particular brand. I take that back, sorry. Are sports drinks good for you or bad for you? What do you think? What I think is not good, okay? They're not good. They're not good for you. And here's how we get duped, right? Some sports star wins something, right? And they get endorsed by whatever. And then they get on TV. So pretend there's the camera right here. Somebody's like, hey, you just won whatever, right? You just won this big sports event. How do you feel? And they grab like a product and they go, oh, I feel great. I feel great. I'm gonna make sure the label's right there. I'm gonna feel great. I'm gonna drink it. It's so good. And then what you do as a consumer is you see that, right? You see that. I'm not saying I don't, drink products or anything, because that was one that I use, but that's what happens, right? We see it and go, oh, if that person needs it, I think I do. You don't need it, okay? Water. At the end of the day, water is what you should be drinking. And we can get into vitamins and supplements and all that later, but Nette's question, which is awesome, is about water. What can you use? Are there alternatives? Sure, there are alternatives, actually. On my website, jedcoburnus.com, I'm gonna link that up right here. jedcoburnus.com, you can click store, and I have what I think, there's probably more, but if you have way too much, right? There are two. jedcoburnus.com, go to the store tab, and there are two good things you can drink. It's called sparkling ice water, and then it's the LaCroix. Both of those are very, I would say, pretty dang good. If you just like, oh, I need carbonation, or I need, something other than water. Those are good resources. Those are good, actually, those are good sources that can get you by instead of drinking pop or these sports drinks and stuff. So, go to my website, check it out. Yeah, I appreciate everybody, really chiming in. And I saw that, the camera keeps zooming in and out, but it's kind of how it works. So there it is, episode 57. If you are willing to change from the neck up, you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. I really do. Why? Because you matter and you're worth it. I'm at a stoplight right now, so don't worry about it. I'm not moving. You're worth it. Have a great day.